It's time to break out those evokers and dive into Tartarus, as today, we have tons of new info to go over thanks to Atlus and PlayStationLifestyle.com, showcasing everything that Tartarus has in store for us in Persona 3 Reload. From further updates to shuffle time, to new areas of Tartarus, new costumes and loot, and side objectives to explore, this new Tartarus in Persona 3 Reload is unlike anything we've seen from Tartarus in prior Persona 3 releases. So don your new Cease outfits, stock up on good vibes, and let's get going. Make sure to snag your spot in my giveaway of the Persona 3 Reload Digital Premium Edition if you haven't already done so, and participate in my Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Digital Deluxe Edition if you're looking for another massive JRPG coming out mere weeks after Persona 3 Reload launches. All links are provided in the description. Tartarus, the towering dungeon beckoning you to traverse its twisted passages and eerie corridors during the dark hour, has seen quite a makeover since players first traversed it in 2008's Persona 3. If you haven't seen my previous update video, make sure to watch it, linked in the description, after you view this one, as we go over in detail some of the surface level changes going on with Tartarus. In this brand new update, we now have more information about those locked treasure chests you will come across. These locked treasure chests contain some great loot, but in order to open them, you are going to need a resource called Dusk Shards. Some treasure chests will require more than one Dusk Shard to prop open, so make sure to bust open all these breakable items you find within Tartarus, as Dusk Shards, recovery items, sellable materials, and the like may only be found within these breakable objects. Players may also even use Dusk Shards at the entrance to Tartarus to fully heal your party members' HP and SP, something that could potentially allow players to farm for experience and personas without needing to use up all their SP recovery items. Due to the randomly generated floors of Tartarus, it is likely these breakable items will continue to spawn in floors, allowing players to accumulate large amounts of Dusk Shards that can either be used to open these locked chests or to recover that valuable SP to keep the party going on in Tartarus long after midnight. Just remember, Persona 3 Reload is going away with the fatigue system in the other Persona 3 releases, so stay and slay in Tartarus as long as you want. Just like the other releases of Persona 3, in Reload, we are also able to send a member out to scout the current floor of Tartarus, looking for items and a passage to the next floor. Once split up, the scouting party member will temporarily split from the group, and later meet up with the party after finding the stairs to the next floor, handing over items and gear found during that member's search. Brand new to Persona 3 Reload, we are going to be coming across numerous civilians that are seemingly trapped in Tartarus, left defenseless and in need of rescue. By rescuing these missing people, we will be rewarded, yet it is unclear how we will be rescuing these civilians. Perhaps we simply select a prompt to rescue them, or maybe we need to escort them to the nearest portal to get them safely out of Tartarus. Either way, this new additional aspect to Tartarus will be worth engaging in simply for the rewards alone. In previous videos, we discussed that shuffle time in Persona 3 Reload will reflect Persona 4 Golden's implementation of it, giving players the choice of simply selecting which card they would like. Well, now we have new details regarding the rare Major Arcana cards you may find in the bonuses you can take advantage of. Along with items, EXP and money boosts from the previous fight, and personas to collect from Shuffle Time, it is now possible to find a Major Arcana card that has bonuses that carry out a special effect that lasts for the remainder of your time in Tartarus for that day, such as increased EXP gains, increased damage, and more. For those in Tartarus for long periods of time, you may want to collect all these Major Arcana cards, because if you do, you will encounter what is called an Arcana Burst, which levels up all minor Arcana cards, further increasing their effects for the rest of your time in Tartarus. For example, if during an Arcana Burst you were to select an EXP boost card during Shuffle Time, that EXP boost will be significantly greater than an ordinary EXP boost collected without the Arcana Burst. This optional aspect to Persona 3 Reload will undoubtedly make the game more approachable for those who are interested in grinding out items, money, and EXP while in Tartarus, and just goes to show how much Atlus is trying to make Persona 3 Reload more approachable by providing players more avenues to stay ahead of the curve in this remake. I think this addition is pretty cool, as it seems shuffle time, an aspect that I kind of overlooked, is offering a lot more here in Persona 3 Reload than I thought. But let me know how you feel about it in the comments. More brand new additions to Tartarus are the Monad Doors. While exploring Tartarus, we will come across numerous Monad Doors through the several hundred floor tower, and players can enter through these doors for some rare loot. The only catch is, you will have to fight the extra powerful shadows that protect these treasure chests, as they are said to put up quite a fight. These Monad Doors are likely highly worth traversing through, not just because of the loot that lies within, but because upon beating the tough shadows within these doors, you will be allowed to draw special major arcana cards during shuffle time, further rewarding you for your hard work. In case you thought that wasn't enough, we've got Monad Passages to dive into. Within some of these Monad Doors, you will find Monad Passages, and within these long hallways lie formidable shadows that will reward you with powerful weapons, character costumes, and rare items upon defeat. So it looks like these standard Monad Doors contain obviously good gear within these chests, but host shadows that will reward the player with special major arcana cards during shuffle time. And these Monad Passages contain shadows that drop an expanded assortment of rare goodies like equipment, new costumes, and other rare items. If you ask me, these Monad Doors and Passages sound completely worth it, and really goes a long way to making Tartarus here in Persona 3 Reload, at least on paper, look and sound a billion times more enjoyable than Tartarus was in the previous Persona 3 games. The extra content here in Tartarus alone is worth considering Persona 3 Reload to those who already played Persona 3. Huge win in my book. We also have rare shadows that we may encounter as we traverse the corridors of Tartarus, sporting the iconic gold hand shadow we've come to know throughout Persona's long history. These things will likely try to flee at any moment they get, but should you defeat them, you'll get loads of money and EXP. New to Persona 3 Reload, there are said to be even rarer shadows that are much larger in size that you can find scurrying around the floors of Tartarus. These super rare shadows are said to pilfer all the treasure on that current floor, and only upon defeating it will you get all that floor's loot that was picked up, in addition to large amounts of money and EXP. Tartarus isn't what it is without the eerie quietness and haunting ambiance when the Reaper decides to show up. And just like the original Persona 3 release, Persona 3 Reload's Reaper is striking back with a vengeance and will haunt players throughout the halls of Tartarus should players linger too long on a floor. These are super high-leveled threats, so definitely don't go AFK early on in the game while in Tartarus, or you might just find yourself looking at a game over screen when you return. Like Rise in Persona 4 and Futaba in Persona 5, Fuka Yamagishi lends her support skills to her fellow Cease members not just in battle, but can also assist with exploration through Tartarus as well. She's got a number of support skills, like jamming, that allows you to avoid detection by shadows on your current floor, and shock noise that temporarily distresses shadows on your floor, making them less likely to want to engage in combat with the player. Her ability, Sylphid Aura, buffs all party members at the start of the battle, so definitely use these skills if you'd like the upper hand with Tartarus traversal and combat with the shadows. Just know that these skills of hers do consume SP, so bring along some SP recovery items just in case, or take advantage of the HP and SP recovery by redeeming 7 Dusk Shards at the clock at the entrance to Tartarus. It is also worth mentioning that there is an auto heal feature that will return from Persona 5, expending your party's SP to serve as the heal. And there you have it. These are all the brand new additions coming to Tartarus that just got unearthed, thanks again to PlayStationLifestyle.com's article, and of course, Atlus. These additions are awesome, seeing as Tartarus and the setting it provided wasn't really my cup of tea in Persona 3. These additions only seek to add more variety, things to do, and more fun ways for you to explore and enjoy Tartarus. So again, Atlus is knocking it out of the park here, and that comes from someone who loves Persona 3 and all the various games released in this third numbered Persona game. But what about you? Definitely be sure to chime in the comments and let me know your thoughts regarding all this new content coming to Tartarus in Persona 3 Remake, and make sure to watch this video about everything new coming to Persona 3 Reload. Be sure to enter into the giveaways if you are interested, and I'll be seeing you real shortly in the next one.